Hello, welcome back to Fatal Sky Sword of Deception, a custom campaign for VTOL VR inspired by arcade flight sims. So in the last time we actually finished the main campaign, and now we're actually going to go check out the extra missions. We'll just check out the extra missions in order, although we probably won't do a Hydra free flight because it's free flight. It's a free flight mission. You don't really do anything in there. So we're gonna actually start off with Hydra Liberation, or Hydra Liberation, I guess. The ECA has declared their intent to take over the long-disputed Ydra province, or Ydra province, help the Novastrana Federation take back their claim. This is actually the newest mission released for this campaign, as you can tell by the new banner that's on the mission icon. So let's go. All right. So here's the mission. Note that this mission is basically a work in progress, although I don't know if it'll ever be finished. This is because yeah, I don't know if this mission will actually ever technically be finished. But so this is technically like a beta version of the mission. So yeah, I did set the lobby private, right? I don't remember. Anyways, as you can see here, the description of this mission is a test bed for toggleable mutations and modifiers, and using alt spawns to reduce units and reduce server degradation. Basically to reduce server lag. And as the name implies, this mission was pretty much intended to pretty much just mostly use Hydra rockets to blow up everything. But since Hydras were nerfed back in like mid 2023, the development of this mission was halted, and instead cruisers can be destroyed by destroying at least two of their hard points. So yeah, it's likely this mission will never be finished, but it's still fully functional and playable. So yeah, we'll just go through it and we'll just play it anyways.
Remora, this is Novastrana Command. We have an urgent situation and we need your help.
Roger that.
The ECA has launched a surprise attack on our Ydra province to seize the area's valuable resources. They are desperate for money after their conflict with the kingdom, but they have chosen the wrong target. We have you, the mercenaries that took down Caliburn, on our side. And now, we are activating your contract to defend our claim from the invaders.
Roger that. Yeah. So where? So actually, let's take a look at the map. The Novastrana Federation. It seems like the ECA is launching actually their attack from Haynes Bay, which you might remember we attacked back in Mission 3. No, Mission 4. Wait. Mission 4? Yeah, Mission 4. So, and the Ydra province is located a little bit to the west of Haynes Bay. So, yeah. But it seems like the Novastrana Federation seems to be like just north of the kingdom of the kingdom of Amaris. So, yeah. I like learning about the geography of fictional worlds.
Unfortunately, since we are going against the ECA, you cannot use any weapons you receive from the kingdom. That would be a violation of the recent arms treaty between the two nations. That means you'll have to use our weapons for this mission. We know they are not as advanced as the kingdoms, but they are still effective and reliable, and we have plenty of them.
Roger that. Oh yeah, oh yeah. It is basically it is like it is just bordering in the kingdom of Amaris to the north. So yeah. Okay. We cannot use any of the kingdom's weaponry, but we can. But the Federation does have a bunch of their own weapons. Have a lot of their own weapons, so we have to use them.
Delta and X-ray flights, your task is to support our AV-42s and T-55s in liberating the cities that have fallen to the ECA. We will send updates to your AWACS on which area you are needed most once you are airborne.
Roger that. So Delta and X-ray had to support the Federation's AV-42s and T-55s. Okay. Eliminate the ECA invaders. Enable optional modifiers before leaving the airbase. Munition, and we have infinite ammo. Take a look at this map. The parallel Gemini Towers, Port Navalia, Crescent Cove, and Sastruga Glen. I feel like it might actually be random because okay, heads up, I have played this mission before. I tried it playing with no modifiers, and it was pretty boring without any modifiers. Yeah, I played it in the AH-94, and yeah, it was pretty boring when you're playing solo with no modifiers on. So I decided to re-record this mission and actually trying with some modifiers on.
The ECA has made a grave mistake. They think they can exploit our neutrality and take what they want. They are wrong. We will show them the strength of the Novastrana Federation. Good hunting.
Roger that. So in the timeline, I believe this takes place like after the main campaign. So yeah. Oh, I think I need to recenter myself real quick. All right. So we have the option of choosing between Delta flight from Delta or X-ray flights from Remora, or November and Romeo flights from the Novastrana Air Force. So Delta has FA-26s, November has T-55s, Romeo has AV-42s, and X-ray has AH-94s. I've already tried this mission in the AH-94, so let's pick something different. Let me see. I'll be honest, I don't really quite like flying the AV-42 or T-55, although this will primarily be primarily a ground attack mission. So maybe it'll also be good. It'll be good to take the T-55 the AV-42. Although there are no enemy aircraft that spawn, but there's a modifier to make enemy aircraft spawn, which I probably will activate. Let's see, what options do we have? Let's see if we took in the if we decide to fly with Romeo, what weapons do we have? We have Hydras, we have Sidewinders, and we actually have laser. We also have GBU-12s. Okay. What about T-55s? Basically the same thing. We only have AIM-9Es. The T-55 only have AIM-9Es and AIM-7s. Oh, fun. Unfortunately, it's just kind of T-55 is also just kind of awful to fly because of its really low thrust to weight ratio. It also has Hydra rockets and Hydra rockets in a single GBU-12. Okay. And as for Delta gets AIM-9Es. Delta gets AIM-9Es. Some Hydras. And some GBU-12s. Oh, and AIM-7s, I guess. And AIM-7s. Do we not have drop tanks? We do have drop tanks. I don't know. Should we stick as Remora or should we stick as November? And actually, yeah, X-ray actually has the full access to all weapons. Might have been a bit of an oversight, but yeah, Delta actually has, sorry, X-ray actually has access to all weapons. Now, but we're not gonna fly as X-ray. You know what? Let's stay as Remora. Let's just stay as Remora and take the FA-26. Let's be Delta. We'll take the FA-26. We got AIM 9Es, AIM 7s, Hydras, and paveways. I will also attach a. I'll also put on a. But I'm also gonna put on a drop tank. But yeah, I think that's the plan. Let's go. Here we are. Cam. Stato.
This is AWACS Stormeye. All flights, complete your pre-flight checks and take off when ready. I'll brief you on the situation once you're airborne.
Alright. And then we have enable modifiers before leaving. Optional modifiers, so we can take a look at the modifiers we can enable. We have extra anti-air, spawn more anti-air, SAWs and AAA. Which actually, I found that if you don't enable this, literally the only, at least that's my experience playing solo. If you're playing solo, the only anti-air you'll ever find is a few IR SAMs. That is it. So that is literally the only anti-air. So we'll enable extra anti-air. Enemy aircraft, yeah, we can enable enemy aircraft to spawn. Max enemies, no, we will not be doing that. Ignore enemy scaling and spawn the max number of enemies. Nope. Enable wind, we could give that a try. We could give wind a try. Alright, where is... Okay, red smoke is for the anti-air. Green smoke for the aircraft. Yellow smoke for the wind. Alright. So we just need to taxi to those to the smoke. We need to taxi to the smoke, to the respective smoke markers. To activate the modifiers. Where is it? Where can we cross the runway? Where is actually a good point to cross the runway? Just at the very end, looks like. And we can cross over here. We'll just like backtrack on the runway. It's fine. There's no one else using the runway. Don't worry about it. I mean, you definitely should worry about it in real life. You definitely need to get permission to cross the runway or cross and backtrack the runway. Don't tell the FAA about this. No one tell the FAA. All right, red, green, and yellow smoke, and we're not gonna touch the blue smoke. Alright, you just need to touch just need to touch the smoke locations, I'm guessing. Oh, smoke is actually expiring. Let's make sure I guess we have to use the markers. Extra anti-air enabled. Enemy aircraft enabled. Let's make sure to avoid the max enemies. You basically just have to go around the hangar. And enable wind. Yeah, we can give wind a try. Should make things a little more interesting. Wind enabled. Alright, We now have wind is enabled. Let's get it. Let's get airborne. Oh, the wind is blowing. Is blowing from north. The wind is actually blowing from the west. That means we can't. That will be not ideal to actually take off from right now. Let's see. Aves Airbase.
Copy. Taxi to runway 28.
Yeah, runway 28, because the wind is it's literally it's just a straight tailwind. Because if we try to take off from 10, that's just a straight tailwind, which is, you know, not great for taking off. We can take the short takeoff. We can actually take this intersection. Yeah, we'll just take this intersection we'll take the intersection. We don't need the full length. We're not gonna need the full length. Intersection will work just fine. Ooh, is the wind shifting? The wind might actually be shifting a little bit. Yeah, wind will make things a little more interesting.
1 tower, clear for takeoff at runway 28.
Alright. Clear for takeoff. Let's get up there. Oh yeah, the wind gave, yeah, no problem. That wind, the headwind gave us such a really short takeoff roll. All right, we are airborne. Delta 1-1 airborne.
Here's the sitrep. The Novastrana ground forces put up a good fight.
Yep.
But they
Debug
couldn't
scaling
stop
1
the
place.
ECA from capturing some of the cities. Remora flights. Help the Novastrana Air Force in reclaiming the fallen cities.
Roger that.
Crescent Cove is in ECA hands. Novastrana scouts have
Crescent
located enemy
Cove?
convoys hiding under the overpass.
Under the
Hunt them
overpass.
down and destroy them all.
Roger that. Crescent Cove. Yes. Okay. So it is random. The locations you have to liberate is random. So basically you have to liberate 3. You're tasked to liberate 3 locations, but locations you have to liberate seems to be random. There are 5 possible locations for you to liberate, and it seems to be random. Alright. We have an optional objective to set up a FARP. That's actually mainly for X-ray, because that'll actually allow X-ray to spawn closer to the objective. You get this FARP optional objective every time for every objective, for every location. But it is optional.
Autopilot disengaged.
Let's keep our radar on. Let's have our radar on, and keep our eyes peeling, for enemy aircraft, because we did enable enemy aircraft. Enemy aircraft can spawn. Nope. Tally. Bull shark. Tally on a bull shark.
Over G.
Alright. Fight's on. Oh, nails on the saw. And a cruiser. I don't know if the cruisers, I don't know if the cruisers are active.
Over G.
Let's keep our eyes keep our eyes peeled anyways. I'm not seeing any other aircraft. Oh, detecting UAV. nails on the UAV.
Shoot. Over G.
Alright, first things first, let's... Oh,
Over G. Chap. Flare.
there's the fart.
Chap. Flare. Chap. Flare.
Yeah, there are Saw, I see Saw, and cruisers.
Shoot.
Alright, Fox 1. Fox 1 on that bull shark. Stay low. Let's stay low.
Pull up. Pull up.
Shush. We are fine. We do not need to pull up.
Pull up.
4, 3, 2, 1. Ah,
Over
missed.
G.
Missile shot trash.
Chap. Flare. Chap. Flare. Chap.
Remember, our anti-air is really limited. We only have AIM-9Es. Saw is targeting us. Alright, splash. Spiked by the Saw. UAV's on our tail. Manta on our tail. Remember, we do only have AIM-9Es. We are not stalling. Shush. That means we can only target them from behind. Come on! Regain control. Regain control. 16 in AOA is nothing. Damn it. I don't know if this thing's gonna be able to get a good lock. We need speed. We need to regain some speed. Yeah, I don't know if this thing's gonna be able to get a good lock on a Manta. Alright, switching guns then. Damn it! Come on, speed! Get some speed! Get some speed up. We are not stalling. Shush! How is this thing still in the air? There we go. Splash. Alright. We're gonna ignore the fart, but since, we are gonna ignore the fart. And then we're just gonna try to take out... So I'll try to locate the Saw. Is that the Saw? Yep, Saw located. Let's try to locate some 8 targets. I see AAA down by the docks. Bunker. Let's try to locate targets. Tank.
Pull up. Pull up. Launch. Pull up. Pull up. Missile launch.
What? Hello? What just happened? Why did I randomly crash? What just happened? What? I was nowhere. What just happened? I was no. How? Look. What? I'm so confused. I was like nowhere near the ground. I have no idea what just happened right there. No idea what just happened right. Oh, why am I on the ground again? Why is that? Oh, why is that respawn me? Oh, why is that respawn me all the way back at the airfield? All right, I can't be bothered to. All right, I cannot be bothered to taxi to the runway. That's it. All right, I'm just using the taxiway. I cannot be bothered to taxi. I'm not tolerating that BS. I was like, because you guys saw, right? I was nowhere near the ground. Come on, pull up. Rotate. We are not stalling. There is no such thing as stall. I said we are not stalling. What part of we are not stalling did you not understand? Not tolerating those shenanigans. arm weapons. Alright, as I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted. I need to. I was just. Oh, I wasn't really saying anything. I was just locating targets. Yeah, it seems like completing objective only moves X-ray spawn. It seems like it doesn't remove it. It doesn't and move anyone else's spawn. Only X-rays. That's dumb. That's dumb. Other teams have feelings too. All right. So how are we gonna deal with that saw? So right now our main threat is that saw. There. Our main threat right now is the saw. Might just have to like try to sneak up on it and just go guns. There was also yeah, it seems like the cruisers SAMs are not active. So we can try.
Missile launch. Chaff. Flare. Chatter D. Flare. Over D.
Yeah, we can try to use terrain. I guess our best bet is just to use terrain for cover.
Over D. Chaff. Flare. Chaff. Flare.
Get out of here. Use terrain for cover. Stay low. Use terrain for cover. Because remember, we do not have any guided weapons other than GBU-12s. But that could potentially.
Pull up. Altitude.
But this could potentially.
Pull up.
We could potentially come into range of those.
Altitude. 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 Altitude.
We could potentially get into range of that of the AAA on the docks. So we gotta be careful.
Missile launch. Pull up.
Dude,
Pull up launch.
what is this thing made of?
Altitude. Pull up.
What is this thing made of?
Flare. Chaff. Flare.
Oh jeez.
Flare.
What is that thing? What is that saw made of? I unloaded like 600 rounds into it, and it's somehow still alive? What is that saw made of?
Missile launch. Chaff. Flare.
Also looks like
Chaff.
it's like IR Sam over on the other side of the lake, but it's just whatever. Come on, get some speed. All right. Let's try it for approaching. Let's see if we can approach from this angle. This gives us a bit more cover. This gives us a lot more cover from the thing, the saw. Because there's a building in the way. Because there's a big building in the way. So yeah, we should have more cover. Unfortunately, this will pretty much bring us. This attack will have to pretty much bring us right over that AAA emplacement. We're gonna also try to see if we can just blast it with some rockets.
Over D. Shoot. Missile launch. Pull up. Missile launch.
Did we get it?
Over D. Flare. Chowder flare.
Did we get it? I can't tell. I don't think we got it. It looks like the map shows it's still active. The map is showing that it's still active. All right, gotta come back around.
Over D. Over D.
Yep, there it is.
Missile
Alright, hit the building.
Shoot. Shoot. Missile shaft flare. Shoot. Shaft flare. Pull up. Pull up.
What's this thing made of? Okay, it's dead. It's dead. It's dead. It's dead.
Flare.
Oh god, but we are we are in range of that AAA.
Flare.
Dumping chaff. Oh god.
Flare. Shaft flare.
Oh god.
Shaft flare. Shaft
Ah,
flare.
we're hit.
Shaft flare.
I'm popping flares all over the place. There is no way. All right.
Shaft flare. Shaft on flare.
I am popping flares all over the place. There is no way that thing can hit me. Ugh, why is that? Why was that such a pain to take out? Anyways, finally that saw is down. Why was that? Oh jeez.
Shaft flare.
Why was that saw such a pain to take out? It should not have been that much of a pain to take out. Why are we tilting? Why are we rolling?
Shoot. Shaft flare. Shaft low. Fire low. Shaft flare. Shaft flare. Shaft flare.
Just gonna drop a bomb on this IR-APC for wasting my time.
Shaft flare. Shaft flare. Shaft flare.
Come on. There we go. I am so annoyed. Like, why was that saw so annoying? It's actually just in the worst place possible. Like, why would you put a saw there? That is the most annoying place in. Why would you put a saw there specifically? It was so annoying to deal with.
Shoot.
We'll also go bomb this AAA.
Shoot.
Like, it's as if it, like, for whatever reason, that saw just refused to die. I unloaded as you can saw, I unloaded almost 30 rockets and like 600 cannon rounds, and it just didn't die. I don't get it. Right there. Got AAA neutralized. Let's take out the cruiser. And then there's just a whole bunch of ground units. There's a whole bunch of ground units that we gotta deal with.
Shoot.
What? Aircraft? Hello? Come on. It's a light scratch. Come on, aircraft. It is a light scratch. It's just a light scratch. You can fly perfectly fine with that tiny scratch. I think I dropped my bombs in quick succession too fast. I dropped my bombs too fast, and so the first bomb blew up the second, destroyed the second one. Yeah, you can't, when you're using laser or GPS guided bombs and you're targeting the same spot, you gotta make sure to have a bit of delay between your bombs, otherwise what will happen is your first bomb will just end up destroying the second. Alright, there's also a bunker down there that we gotta use our bombs for. Like, seriously, come on, that is a tiny scratch on the wing. That is nothing. That is literally the tiniest scratch on the wing. That should not affect my aircraft's flight in any significant way. Quit your complaining, stupid aircraft. Yeah, I'm just gonna dump all my flares so that they reload. Oh. All right, bunkers down. Now it's just some tanks left that we gotta deal with. Maybe I shouldn't have enabled the wind. The wind actually make it kind of annoying. The wind is actually making it kind of annoying to fly. All right, let's unload some rockets on this tank.
Shoot.
All right, tank destroyed. We'll just unload our Hydra rockets. It's on these tanks around the city. I might just go actually get some repairs. I might actually just go back to the airbase and get some repairs. Or just purposely crash. Or just purposely eject to make it go a little faster.
Shoot.
Because why return to base in multiplayer when you can just eject and have the same effect but faster? Yes, I saw there was a tank driving on that overpass, and I think didn't Storm Eye say there would also be vehicles under the underpass as well? All right, tank destroyed. External tanks almost depleted. Honestly, maybe we didn't. Honestly, we might not even have needed the external tank. The external tank might not be doing anything but just weighing us down. Okay, I am just gonna dump the tank. Yeah, I think there is a tank under the overpass. It's fine. Oh no, actually no, it's in the city.
Shoot.
Ah!
Over T.
Why'd you lose lock on that tank? What, you can't track tanks through buildings? Terrible. Where's that tank going? Is it dead? I think, yeah, we got it. Alright. Oh, that gunboat is active. Oh, geez, we're gonna. Oh, geez, that gunboat. I didn't realize that gun. Oh, geez. Didn't realize that gunboat would be active. Thought it would be inactive just like the cruiser. But apparently not.
Shoot.
Alright. Gunboat's neutralized. Alright. Okay, just like some vehicles else like between the buildings, and we are actually perfectly lined up for a rocket barrage on them. Did any of them survive? No, we got them.
The area has been freed from ECA control, but you are still needed elsewhere.
Copy.
Federation's ground forces have crippled the ECA ships docked at Port Navalia. Strike them while their weapons are offline.
Copy. Copy. Port Navalia. All right, let's go.
Over T.
Let's actually go reset. Let's actually go reset our weapons load by just ejecting. Because I don't feel like going all the way back. We're just gonna get rid of the external tank. Yeah, it just does not move any of the other spawns. Only X-ray. It only moves X-ray spawn. Annoyingly. Let's go. We're going. Laps. Which way is the wind facing? Wind is blowing, it's like pretty much just straight crosswind, actually. Hello, AV-42. I'm just... whatever. Off the taxiway. We're getting off... We're taking off from the taxiway. Still plenty of room on the taxiway. Plenty of space on the taxiway to take off. Alright, radar on. Alright, so Storm Ice said that the weapons of the cruisers are at the port are offline, so we don't have to worry about the cruisers. Let's keep an eye out for... Yep, I see. Alright, let's actually climb, and then hopefully we can maybe expose Saw. Oh, speaking of, hey, Saw. Where? Don't see. Where? Where? Hey, can you tell me where you are? Hey, Mr. Saw, can you tell me where you are? Located. Saw located. Enemy aircraft spotted.
Shoot.
Manta.
Shoot.
GV-25.
Shoot. Over T.
Alright, Fox 1.
Over T. Over T.
Yep. First priority first priority to the aircraft. Splash.
Shoot.
Stay low, stay low.
Over T.
Missile shot trashed. Fox 1.
Missile shot. Flare. Shot. Flare.
Splash.
Shot. Flare.
Oh, IR Sam.
Shot.
Yep, in the city.
Flare.
Alright. AAA located on the docks. Right, I'm gonna dive. Alright. Oh jeez.
Shoot.
Alright,
Over D.
I'm just gonna dive the... Gonna dive that saw.
Shoot. Shoot. Pull up.
It's down. Saw destroyed.
Pull up. Over D. Over D.
Alright,
Over D.
John,
Over D. Over D.
that saw was much less annoying to take down. Jeez, what was up with that first saw? What was up with the first saw in the? Oh shush. Seriously, what was up with that first saw that it was just the most annoying thing ever to destroy? Like it just would not die.
Shoot.
What was that thing made of?
Shoot.
Bomb away. Alright, pave way out on the AAA. Three, 2, 1. Check. Any other AAA? I don't think so. I think that's the only AAA. Yeah, I think that's the only AAA. That was an IR. Oh, what's that?
Shoot.
IR APC there.
Chaff. Flare. Shoot.
Alright, paveway.
Chaff. Flare. Chaff. Flare. Chaff. Flare.
Alright. Flares, good flares, good flares.
Chaff. Flare. Chaff. Flare. Missile launch. Chaff. Flare.
Alright, shock. Anti-air neutralized. All anti-air neutralized. Alright, let's go bomb that bunker.
Shoot.
Paveway. Shack. Alright, next target.
Shoot.
Sure, we'll target this cruiser. We'll dive bomb this cruiser real quick.
Shoot.
Alright, bombs away. Alright, shack. Lastly, that cruiser. And then it's just all the tanks left.
Shoot. Shoot.
Paveway. How come the music isn't playing anymore? Like you done yet? This definitely will be more interesting with more players. It's honestly playing solo it's just not that interesting. Oh well.
Shoot.
But hey, rocket spam is. But hey,
Over D.
spamming rockets. But you know what it is? But hey, you don't get that many opportunities to just spam rockets at all your problems.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
Ooh. Burning cruisers. What else do I have in here? Oh, tank. It's like, what's that smoke over there? Oh, it's just the tank.
Shoot.
Alright, line it up.
Shoot. Plot.
Just gonna unload. Just gonna unload all of my rockets into it. Because that, as the mission intended. As the founding fathers intended.
Shoot.
Alright, boat destroyed. Boat destroyed, vehicles destroyed. There should be, I think, just like one more tank and yeah, it looks like there's maybe one or two more tanks and some tents that we can destroy.
Shoot. Shoot. Shoot.
Kaboom.
Over G.
Yeah, I think the only thing left, I think those tents are all that's left. No, nope, nope, nope. Another tank spotted.
Plot.
Yeah, the tank is smoked.
Plot.
Alright. That should be all targets. Yep.
Excellent job. You've wiped out all the enemy forces in the area. We're almost there. Just one more city to secure.
Roger that.
The ECA have made themselves at home in the Gemini Towers and are using them as their command post. Eliminate all hostiles in the area, but watch out for collateral damage.
Roger, Roger. It's only it's only 13 miles away. Yeah, you can and definitely tell it's kind of a beta build. This mission is basically a beta build because, especially with all the debug, all those debug messages. All right. Let's see. Is that the saw? Oh, that's a saw. So it said what we should watch out for collateral damage. Alright, well, first of all, let's deal with the aircraft. Manta.
Shoot.
Oh, it's both a Manta and detecting both a Manta and a GV-25. That seems to be the standard.
Shoot.
The standard air defense. It's not a whole lot of, not really many, it's just bull sharks and it's just each, when it said it would spawn aircraft, I was hoping for a bit more. Maybe, I mean, probably would spawn more if you're playing, if you had more players. Splash.
Shoot.
Fox 1. Splash.
Over D.
Oh, this one is going to be annoying to approach.
Over D.
There's no cover, basically no cover on this side. There's pretty much no cover on this side. Let's see if we can approach from. Let's try to approach from the other side. Like say from that side. From like the northwest.
Over T.
You also gotta watch out for AAA. So yeah, it seems like if you're playing alone, the aircraft enable aircraft spawn just spawns like.
Clear. Over T. Chat. Clear. Chat. Over T. Chat. Clear. Chat. Over T.
All right. It just spawns like.
Over T.
The aircraft spawns to just like one manta and one bull shark.
Clear.
And then the anti-air is just one saw and one AAA gun. Yeah, this is with one player. So if you have more players, they'll probably spawn more.
Pull up.
But will it spawn actual aircraft? I actually don't. But I don't know that it'll spawn actual aircraft,
Shoot.
like actual fighters, like ASF-30s or something.
Pull up. Pull up. Missile launch. Clear. Pull up. Pull up. Clear. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Chat.
All right, it's down. Saw is down. I'll take the hit.
Over T.
It's fine. I'll take the hit. And we haven't really taken any damage. Nice. All right. I did get fired upon by an IRPC as expected. What do we have? Okay, I see the. I see a bunker like at the base of the twin towers. At the base of those towers. Let's get a good look at the land. Let's get a good lay of the land. Where's the triple? Try to see if we can locate the AAA. Because we can definitely expect there to be a AAA emplacement somewhere. There's just tanks. There's a bunch of tanks roaming around.
Launch. Chat. Clear. Chat. Clear. Chat. Clear.
All right.
Shoot.
Located the IRAPC.
Chat. Missile clear. Chat. Clear.
Good flares. Ah, missed.
Chat. Clear. Chat. Clear. Chat. Clear. Shoot.
Let's go rockets on you.
Chat. Clear.
Alright. It's down. There. Oh, there's the AAA.
Shoot.
There's the AAA.
Shoot.
Alright, bomb it away. The AAA is just sitting there, just on the outskirts of the city, just guarding the tents, I guess. Shack. Alright, I see artillery.
Shoot.
Artillery vehicles and the tents. Alright,
Over T.
vehicles destroyed. Now we just gotta focus on. Now we just gotta clear out the city. All anti-air are eliminated. Let's take out that bunker. Let's go take out that bunker. It's like right at the base of the towers. Although it's gonna be hard to actually keep tracking that target because it's, you know, Because the towers are gonna be in the way.
Shoot. Shoot.
Alright, paveway. Let's try to go slow. Oh yeah, we're going real slow. Alright, shack. Shack on the bunker. Now let's go. Let's clean up. Let's go clean up the ground forces. Let's go clean up the remaining ground forces with rockets.
Shoot.
Alright. Tank destroyed. But yeah, we successfully destroyed. Hey, nice. We successfully destroyed the bunker at the base of those towers with no collateral damage. Hooray! Gemini Towers. Alright, tank.
Shoot.
Tank destroyed. Did I get him? I actually don't know if I got that guy. That was oh, I got him. Nice. I did get him. Yeah, that was like a risk. That was risky right there. That was a risky gambit, but it worked. Hooray. Tent's destroyed.
Shoot. Plot.
Just a couple of tanks remaining. Music really drives home the feeling of this is it. You know? We kick them out of here and this is their last, this is the victory music. The victory lap music, you know? You know that feeling?
Shoot.
Destroyed. Should just be one more. I see it. Is that a tank? Tanks. Oh, those are rocket trucks. Below the overpass, huh? All right then. Let's reset our rockets. Below the overpass. All right. All right. We can play. We can play that game. The wind is gonna complicate things a little. Oh, the wind is really gonna complicate things. Oh, that actually complicates things quite a lot.
Altitude. Altitude.
Oh, this wind, this actually makes it awful. Oh, the wind complicated things a lot more. Okay. Might not be able to do this with the wind. Oh, the wind. So as it turned out, it's pretty hard to fly to fly in a tight space like that with wind. I could not line up I just could not line up a clean shot with the wind right as it was. All right, what are our options? We could wait for the wind to shift a little bit. Like first of all, let me try to locate them. See if we have any other options other than flying through. Where are they? Heck. There. We're like in a really tight space. They're in like a really tight space right there. Oh, there's an opening.
Shoot.
I think I got one. Other one's still alive though. I'm not gonna be able to fly in there with the wind. I'm not gonna be able to get a good shot with the wind like it is. Like I will just end up crashing. Yeah, okay, there's an opening. I can see an opening that we can use. Right here. Okay, okay, not quite. There.
Shoot.
Alright, destroyed. That's all. That should be all of them. All turrets destroyed.
Great job. Mission complete. We've
Mission
kept
complete.
The ECA from taking over the Ydra province.
Roger that.
No more flights. You've definitely earned your pay today.
Roger that.
To base and get some R&R. You've earned it. The Nova Strata Federation will be picking up the tab for your drinks tonight.
Roger that. Mission accomplished. Oh god, that took an hour. Yeah, because I took a lot of. I actually for some reason that first saw was. I don't want to look at the scoreboard. I'm not looking at the scoreboard. Like, I took a lot because I just took many deaths to that first saw. Like, I don't know why that first saw was just in the worst possible spot. I hated it. It was why would you put the saw there? It was in the most annoying spot ever, and it just refused to die. Yeah, I don't know why that saw just refused to die, but it did. Oh well. Anyways, that was Hydra Liberation. With that, that's gonna be it for today. Thank you guys for coming out, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.